welcome back to the videos. It's wonderful to have you here, as always. Quite a bit has changed since you last seen me. I'll give you guys a quick rundown in a moment, but basically she's back together, and well, she's back together. It's back on the ground, the front bumper's back on, filters on, catch cans in, everything's sort of sorted. It went on its first drive yesterday, and my job for today is I have to take it over to my friend's house so we can start the process of painting it. Fucking big dent right there. So that's the next big job for this thing. The first drive yesterday went well. There was a couple of small issues that I have, which is I'm going to try and quickly address one of those today, which is down there on the bottom of the dump pipe. There's a V-band clamp. I did it up with the nut for the V-band at the bottom, and basically it bottoms out on just about any small bump. So I'm going to loosen that up, rotate it around, so hopefully it'll give a bit more ground clearance. The second problem, it has a bit of valve train noise. I'm not entirely sure what or where or why, but what I'd like to do, I'm not too concerned about it at the moment. It still runs and drives. It's not going to be a big issue just yet. But what I'd like to do today, while I've got a couple of minutes, pop this rocker cover off and just give them a turn and have a feel at what they feel like. Maybe it'll give me an indication of what I've got to do. I think maybe one of the push rods just isn't long enough, and might have to step it up a size in that, but I want to have a quick look into that. And secondly, it has a small oil leak. I don't think you're going to be able to see it. Down there's a bit of a puddle. It's not a big one, and I'm by no means concerned about it at the moment. I believe it's coming from the rear main, but again, once it gets painted, I'll take it to work and we'll put it up on the lift and have a look and see what's going on. Maybe pull the box out and redo the rear main or something, but for the time being, I'm not too concerned about it. It's not a big leak. It's basically just a couple of drops here and there. Yeah. So that was from it yesterday, as well as these. That took a little while, so it's not a crazy leak yet. But anyway, first things first, I'm going to jack the car, put a stand under it, and we'll have a look at this V-band clamp, and then I'll pop that rocker cover off and we'll have a look at that. Okay. So, you can't see very well, but basically that's the problem. I left this down. So I'm just going to fucking quickly give it a quick rattle. And then roll it around. So hopefully it'll be in a bit better spot. It's not rolling very well. Alright. There we go, it's a bit better. Alright, and then do it back up. Like that. So, now it's around out of the way, but this thing's been beaten up pretty bad before. But at least now that shouldn't bottom out on everything, I hope. Try again. Okay, so it seems they're all pretty loose. I'd say there's probably just not enough preload on them. It's not enough for me to worry about at the moment. What I'm going to have to do is pull a couple of them out, or I can always pull the shim I've got underneath out, which probably might be the way to go. However, it is going to change the geometry a little bit. They're not loose enough so that it's going to break anything, but I can turn it by hand, which tells me that there's just not enough preload on them. So the push rods are a little bit short. I did measure this a couple times as the videos a while back show, but it's just one of those things. Again, it's not the end of the world. Like I said, I do have packers under them to pack them up to get the geometry a bit happier. So I can just remove those, but I would prefer to leave them in there. So I'll have a bit more of a think about that and a bit of a tinker. But that's not going to stop us from getting the paint done. Alright, well, that's pretty much going to be it for me for now. I'm going to go and do a few things, have some dinner, take some kids home, and then I'll pick this back up in a couple hours and we'll go and take this thing for its second drive. It's not going to be anything interesting. The car's only making about £5. It's not that fast and I'm still just breaking it in. So that's yeah, so it's only making about £5. It's not going to be that fast. I just got to get it over to my mates and we'll start on some paint. So it seems the push rods are a little bit too short. It doesn't have enough preload on the lifters, which is why the valve train's a little noisy. I'm not concerned about it because I'm not going to be thrashing on it too much. at this stage of the build just yet. So it'll be right for me to drive over to my friend's house, we'll do the paint, and when it comes back, then I'll work on sorting it out. More than likely I think I'll probably end up taking the packer out from under the rockers, which will just put more preload on them. It's only about a 1.5 mil shim under there, unless I can find some thinner packers. Anyway, I'm going to work on that. So I'll pick back up in a couple of hours. It's probably going to be dark, but I'll take you for the journey on this drive. I'll see you then. warm up a bit, and then I'll throw you on the head cam and we'll get going. Alright, so that's it. That's going to be it for me in this video. It's late, I'm tired. I don't know how much my GoPro recorded. I don't think it recorded very much at all. When I went to turn it off, I ended up turning it on. So it's obviously at some point turned itself off or gone flat or something. But yeah, that's it. The car's, it's gone. You can't really see it. It's too dark. But yeah, that's it. Car's gone. It's fucking, it's empty. So it's over at my friend's house. We're gonna paint it. I don't know how much of it I'm gonna get to film. I'm gonna film as much of it as I can while I'm there, but he's gonna be doing and tinkering on it as well, and getting bits and pieces done to quicken up the process, because I don't want it to be stuck at his house for too long, taking up room there. So yeah, also he's got a pretty nice, I think it's an XW ute that he's building. If you guys want to see some content of it, I will show you. I'm going to be over there Saturday doing some paint stuff, so I'll show you guys it. If you guys want to see some more of that on the channel as well, let me know, and I've got to do some stuff on his ute to help him, and thank him for the help with the paint. So there's a good chance that you'll see some of that car. Anyway, the car drove well, apart from it has no brake lights, as it turns out. I didn't realise this, so there's something funny going on there. Probably the little button on the pedal, so I've got to work that out. And it's still leaking something. I'm pretty sure it's oil, but I'm not entirely sure yet. I'll look into that a bit later. Anyway, that's going to be it from me in this video, guys. Wasn't too big of a video, hopefully, and hopefully it was somewhat interesting. Just figured I'd share the process with you guys. I should have filmed it yesterday when I took it for its first drive, but it was just so crazy and cramming and trying to get it ready so that I can get it over and get it ready for paint, because that's going to be a big job. Anyway, thank you all for watching. I will see you guys in the next one, where we will start primering, I guess. Anyway, I'll see you then. Bye.